kind of a natural hazy quality. So the trick is to not get too wet, so you don't lose texture. Okay, in this shading. What we wanted to do is to group the strokes rather than individual scatter them. So it's important to understand you want to bundle things up instead of doing them individually, okay? And then you think of a mass, a big group, and then you think of like continent with island. You think about host with guest. So those are the things to consider. Now, we do like to have variation, some texture, some wetness, and then some concentrated, some to be continued. So that's the kind of thing. So initially, I would say, if you use your wash brush or a large flow brush, you can brush just a couple times on both sides, long and short, but not finish the whole thing. And then you use the...
It's with water, right?
That's just water, yeah. And then you use your light green, light brown, work the light brown at the tip of the brush. After you load the light brown, I load the color in quite a bit this time, more than 1/3, huh? And then I blend. And after I blend, I have the tip touching water so that as you do this, the tip will not get too hard edged. Okay, so that tiny little treatment makes the tip edge softer. And then you still use the side of the brush. And the stroke is one that you want to have like this kind of, wet, dry. Oh, this is actually perfect. Yeah, the middle part is shaded, but both sides light. Okay, do you see that? And then, frame this. Right. Okay, and then you do like, it's like uneven, so some can be overlapping. And beginning and ending, lifting. So, and then that's my host. So I have one and then double overlapping, connecting together. And I have one guest. Okay, and then I have the lower part. And then smaller, and then outstretch. Okay, and then maybe some drier brush.
This is your light brown?
This is my light brown. Very good. God, I have people that assist teaching all the time. The assistant today is former Miss Huntington Beach. Okay. Love that title. Okay. Hey, once you have it, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's always.
Wish I could say it was a shadow of my former self, but that wouldn't be accurate. I'm twice as good, though, I'll say that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, very nice. Okay. So where was I? Okay. So we were doing some island and some host. Okay. That area is bigger. This area is smaller. And then after some wet, you use a brush over the wet, and then I continue into the dry, so that there's variation. Okay. And then drier brush, I'll continue brushing a little bit, fading. So that is kind of the backdrop. And then some scattered ones at the base. What happened to the dog?
Yeah, where is the dog?
Ran away.
He ran away.
What happened to the dog? Okay. All right.
Did you take on a leash?
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So now coming back. Okay. Now we have some dark brown. Okay. And if you can have the small flow brush, dark brown, and then working some of the branches, some of the twigs. In the shadow area, so it's kind of dry brush working on wet. Dry brush. And bundle them up so that they are not individual, scattered. And keep some of the good area open. You don't need to get them all over the place. And then once you get to the light area, then it starts getting lighter. Okay, so each of the grouping, I have host, guest, go between. Big one, taller one, host, guest. So as you move along, so you have main group and secondary group. And some of these lighter ones breaking through into the space. So don't kill the areas. You get them all tight together, so they are still opening. All right, so that's that, and then we can have a little bit more island. Still light brown. To complement this, the big wash. But don't get too complicated. Do not get complicated. And then some darker brown. Working wet on wet. Okay, so far we see still shapes, and then each of the shape kind of ease into the mist or into the space in a softer way, and there's no hard edge. And then wet become dry, and dry disappear. So the solid part is kind of in the middle, and then it fanned out by showing continent to island, showing wet to dry, showing solid pieces to be continued. Okay, these kind of things. And then We have vermilion. Working some of the foliage. How exciting.
It's beautiful.
You can do more, you can do less, but still collecting them in clusters. Don't get measles, okay? So,
What are these? Colors, leaves?
something that don't need explanation, right? Just whatever happened in the woods, right? Okay. So, could be like flock of orange bird.
Orioles.
Of course they're leaves.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you do vermilion dots, but you see I group them in patterns. And the size change also, like small and big. You do them in a happy way. But I usually would develop a center group, and then I develop some outlets. So like my metropolitan LA, and then my Pasadena, Encino, Orange County, Huntington Beach. Oh, Miss Huntington Beach. Okay. There'll be no end. Okay. All right. And then some diluted ones reaching into the space. And then the lower ones can turn more vertical to indicate the land. So this you go that way, this you go this way. So kind of like that. I wish that the dog would be there, but okay.
Chasing a cat.
It's a pretty come back. Pretty, I like it.
All right.
Very pretty.
But the idea is capture spontaneity. Okay, I don't want to see solid wash, and then the dots so busy. Value your space, value your light. Think about how to integrate the painted part with your space by allowing room to fade. Dark fade to light, wet go to dry, solid become to be continued. All right, let's have fun with this.